Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 travel mistakes that can wreck your trip.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at avoidable blunders that could ruin a travel vacation. Number 10. Visiting during peak season. There are some places you don't want to visit during certain seasons. Minnesota is a summer paradise, but Lake Minnetonka is only good for classic ice fishing during the winter. Conversely, Phoenix, Arizona is a great place to escape the snow during the winter, but summers are brutal. Traveling during a peak season can also backfire, however. You will probably find out that a lot of tourists had the same idea as you, booking their trips when the weather is at its nicest and the most activities are available. With such large crowds, your experience may be spoiled by lengthy lines and fewer resources to go around. It's best to travel between peak season and the off-season when the weather is solid and the crowds are less overwhelming. Number 9. Failing to check visa and passport requirements. If you're used to traveling within the confines of your own country, you likely have little experience with visas or passports. But you can have your flight booked, be ready to board the plane, and then get turned away because you overlooked the visa or passport requirements. You may also land at your destination, but then run into problems with immigration because you don't have the proper credentials. You need to keep track of expiration dates well in advance. If the expiration is just around the corner, you might assume you're solid if you're only staying in a country for a week. Even with that short window though, a lot of countries won't accept passports that are set to expire in 6 months or less. Number 8. Not confirming luggage rules. There are some forbidden items that most people have the good sense not to pack in their carry-on. However, you might be surprised by some of the things that can't be brought on board. Airports are especially picky about liquids and gels, often making travellers discard large quantities before passing security. While water and shampoo bottles aren't a huge loss, what if you purchased a tall, expensive bottle of wine you wanted to save for future occasions? You should be able to check it, assuming the bottle doesn't exceed the 70% alcohol limit. There are also items that are accepted in some countries, but aren't allowed to travel overseas. This ranges from certain fruits to vegetables, to plants to gold coins and even to pet fare. Number 7. Picking the wrong activities. Whether it's Italy, China, or Hollywood, you might find yourself asking what the fuss is all about if you don't select the right activities. You're primed to assume the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Forbidden City, and the Walk of Fame are must-visits because they're on the travel brochures. However, many hotspots wind up being crowded, repetitive, and overhyped. In some cases, you'll spend more time simply getting to a tourist hotspot than you'll spend at the destination itself. Seek out activities that might not be on everyone's radar, or that will appeal to you the most. You shouldn't feel obligated to do something just because all the other tourists are. The best destinations will offer enough variety to appeal to everybody. Number 6. Overscheduling. It's always good to travel with a schedule, but even that can backfire. When you're in a place for the first time, odds are you'll feel compelled to see as much as humanly possible. No matter how meticulously you plan things out though, transport delays, unexpected weather, and flaky travel companions are hard to account for. Even if you check off everything on your to-do list, you might find yourself rushing to get activities done to make time for others, and thus not fully experiencing everything. If your trip mainly consists of crossing items off your itinerary, it'll feel less like a vacation and more like being back at work. Save some activities for your next trip and, on occasion, put the schedule on hold to just go with the flow. Number 5. Not getting medical or travel insurance. When you buy a car, you want it for the long haul. So getting insurance should be a given. When you're taking a trip though, travel insurance might sound like a needless expenditure. After all, you'll only be gone for like a week, but that would be a huge mistake. A lot can go wrong in that short amount of time. You could lose your bags, your passport could get cancelled at the last minute, and your credit card might not be accepted in certain places. Worst of all, you could come down with an illness, making medical insurance especially vital. The further you travel, the more essential insurance is. Younger travellers really do need to keep this in mind and not skimp on this essential protection. Number 4. Not checking flight times, dates, or airports. Getting to the right airport on the right day at the right time sounds simple enough, right? But we're only human. It's easy to get the flight time mixed up with the boarding time. You may arrive under the impression that your flight is taking off at 7 AM, only to suddenly realise that you purchased the ticket for 7 PM. A specific departure date might be etched into your consciousness, but it's not uncommon to accidentally book the flight for another day. Big cities such as Los Angeles are likely to have more than one airport. Few things are more frustrating than taking a taxi to Burbank when you're supposed to be at LAX. Consult your itinerary a few times before leaving the house. Number 3. Overpacking. Even when you're traveling, you want to feel at home, so we can't blame you for wanting to pack everything you use on a regular basis. When you're gone for only a week though, there are many items you can do without. You can probably go without a hairdryer, for example, if you're camping at Yellowstone National Park. We get wanting to be prepared for anything, but an overpacked bag will just slow you down, literally. If you pack your carry-on luggage to the brim, it might not fit in the plane's overhead compartment or under the seat, and then you'll have to check it at the last minute, which can ruin your whole trip if the airline loses the bag. So you end up bringing everything and winding up with nothing. Number 2. Not accounting for time between connections. Unless you have no alternative to find a great deal, we'd suggest avoiding connecting flights when at all possible. Not only does it add more steps to your journey, but layovers can go wrong in so many ways. If you have a half hour between flights, it might sound ideal. However, delays can turn that half hour window into 20 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then you miss your flight entirely. And the connecting flight may not be at the same gate where you landed either. You could rush all the way across the airport only to find that your next flight already took off. Stuck between your home and desired destination, you may wind up spending the night in another state, or even another country. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Letting your phone roam. Not securing shampoo lids. Not letting your bank and credit card company know your travel plans. Wearing uncomfortable shoes. Number 1. Forgetting essential items. Sometimes it only takes one misplaced item to make an entire trip implode. At airports, be sure to have your driver's license or another valid form of ID. If you're traveling out of the country, triple check that you have your passport. It's not like a boarding pass that you can print out at the airport or download on your phone. Speaking of which, in a digital era, your phone is the last thing you want to forget or lose while traveling. Aside from having your flight info, your phone might be the only way for you to access emails, reservations, and even currency, at least for those who have gone completely digital. On top of all that, you won't be able to call anybody to let them know what's happened.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.